This is the final look before I put the bumper back on. Not bad. So this is the sandwich plate that you need from Mishimoto. Again, the Dodge Chargers have the M22 thread. There's the part number. I already went ahead and swapped out the stock thermostat, which I believe is 165 degrees. For the 200-degree thermostat, it was like 15 bucks extra. Just used a 1 1/16 socket to break that loose, and then you can swap that out pretty easily. So how it works is basically this goes over the adapter like so. This threads onto the original adapter from the engine block, and your oil filter will now thread onto the bottom. So I haven't seen a lot of people do this yet. Mostly they use the one from the police packages or the 6.4. So I'm hoping this works and I get a decent drop, maybe 20 degrees or so. I'm running at about 230 to 240 on the highway after a couple pulls. And I have a 391 LSD as well, so that's not helping. I think RPMs on the highway are about 27 to 3,000. So I know that has a lot to do with the oil temps as well. But I'm going to get everything mocked up, get my lines ran, and I'll definitely let you guys know if it works. Got the sandwich plate mounted. It's not torqued down just yet. Again, I might need to move it and adjust it once I run my lines, but pretty straightforward. That adapter just threads onto the bottom of the original oil filter adapter, and you're good to go. So I just got to figure out how I want to run the lines, mount the oil cooler. Like I said, I haven't seen anyone do it yet, and I'm trying to save a little bit of money. So this is definitely the way to go. A 25-volt oil cooler from Mishimoto. I'm running their intercooler right now, and it's been keeping my air intake temps, 10 to 15 degrees above the ambient temp. So I'm hoping their oil cooler is just as good. But yeah, like I said, I'll run my lines and I'll get back to you guys. So both of the lines are way too long. I'm going to cut them down to size. These fittings do come off. I just got some vice grips and an adjustable wrench. And this is what it looks like when you take the fitting off. There's a little adapter, and here's the fitting right here. So I'll tape it off real good and hit it with my circle saw, and should be able to get it the length that I need it. All right, I got both lines cut. It's not perfect, but it'll do. Here's where I decided to mount the oil cooler. I'm going to do 2 bolts here, 2 bolts on this other side, and then the stiffness of these lines, they're stainless and braided, should keep it from rocking back and forth. Here's where I snaked around down to the sandwich plate. And yeah, I should get some pretty good airflow. As you see in the grill, plenty of openings for air to flow through there, so I shouldn't have any issues. I ran out of places that I could mount it just because I already have a pretty big intercooler. So this should work just fine. I got to run and get some hardware just to mount this thing down. And then I should be able to fill it up with oil and test it out, see how everything's running. Be right back. Got the oil filter back on. So I noticed that the filter is a little bit wider than the sandwich plate, but the O-ring is seated all the way around, so that shouldn't be an issue. If it is, I'll just swap it out for a smaller filter. But yeah, overall, this install is not too bad. I'm going to get ready to fill up the oil cooler now and then give it a start. Here's the finished product. Getting ready to start it up. This thing is on there pretty sturdy. It's not going anywhere at all. Intercooler is sturdy as well. So far, so good. It's doing a pretty good job. I can't get it to go above 200, so ideally I'd like it to come on at about 200, and I'd like my temps to be between 215. So I'm gonna do a couple pulls and see if I can get the temp up. There we go. Second gear. So it appears to be working pretty good, guys. Cruising at about 80 miles an hour. RPMs are about 3,000. Still only at 203. I think the highest I seen it get was 207, so that's 10 times better. Usually when I'm cruising at this speed, it's about 230. So it's definitely doing its job. I'm gonna get on it really quick. Didn't even budge hardly. 207. Oh, I'm loving it. I am loving it. All right, radar's going off. I'm gonna slow it down, guys. Like I said, I'll catch you on the next one. If you enjoyed this video, definitely smash that like button.